Hello, it's Patrick and welcome to another Tesla Trip Cybertruck accessory review video. And today we have this new Cybertruck front bumper LED light bar. It's an off-road auxiliary lights for the Tesla. This is from Hansshow, and it's unique because it mounts down low underneath the bumper. You don't have to worry about, it blowing off the top or having weird recalls or any wind drag or noise or anything like that. It's waterproof. It's pretty easy to install. Let's take a look at what's inside the box they sent me. So we've got our side brackets. And we have the light bar. And this is our power cable that goes in. And for a manual, we get a tutorial link. Alright. And these are the only brackets that we have. And the heat shrink tubing. We've got some Allen wrenches. So you just reach your fingers in and you can just pull out the covers on the tow hooks. So we need a 10 millimeter wrench to remove the bolt, place on the mounting bracket, use the new screws along with the lock washer and washer to secure it in place with the Allen wrench, tighten it back up, do the same thing to the other side. There's some spacing issues with this and it just doesn't seem to lock, it doesn't seem to go in far enough, so I found a bolt put in between. That way I can get it tight and so it's not rattling around. I'm gonna let Hansshow know about that because it's just frustrating. I don't want it loose and rattling or to vibrate loose, so I want the lock washer and the lock bolt on here, and I want it to go in as far as it can into the light bar, but I don't want it just sticking out. You could alternatively just get a shorter bolt from the hardware store, or maybe by the time you get this kit they'll have the right size. It's just like half an inch shorter. I just could not get it tight enough and it was just a little bit loose and I just didn't feel comfortable with that, so I added that extra bolt on there. Or maybe my kit just happened to have the wrong size, or possibly it wasn't tightening it enough, but I felt like I was going to break something because it just didn't go in any further. In fact, I think it might be easier to put this together first, or at least loosely, before you put it onto the brackets onto the truck, despite what the instructions say. Yeah, that's better. Now it's not wobbly. You take off the covers. Next you'll need to remove the front pan. It's all the plastic. You have to take out the little bumper guards. You'll have to take off the trim on the top, and you'll have to remove 6 bolts that secure everything. Then it just lifts right out. You do have to remove the front release power cable. Then you'll need to feed the power cable from the light bar back through the left tow hook and up. I used a wire hanger to pull it up. And then you can use the shrink wrap that's included. I did some waterproof disconnects for the positive and negative terminals. The one with the red stripe is positive, it goes to red. Don't worry about the ground, you don't have to fiddle with that one at all. And then I just use some electrical tape to kind of secure everything so it doesn't rattle around. Then you go ahead and put your pan back in and all your trim, your bumper cover, your frunk, and it looks pretty slick. Very OEM looking. So this is with it on, with it off, with it on, with it off. So I've had this on my Tesla now for a few days. I drove all the way down from Wyoming to Las Vegas with it on. It hasn't wiggled loose. I didn't notice any wind noise, no like any kind of drag or any range degradation that I can tell. It is very bright, so I would only use it personally like when I'm camping or something, or on like a road, a really remote road where there's no traffic. I do fear that it would, be too bright for oncoming traffic. So let me know what you guys think of this. I think it's a pretty clever design. It's not as high up as the light bars that you get from like Tesla or the other one that Hansshow offers if you do prefer that type of light bar. But I think the advantages of it being lower, so you don't have to worry about issues with it being on top, are good. Also, the Cybertruck sits pretty high, and I don't think you necessarily need it to be up high shooting down because of the way these project. And if you really need to when you're camping or whatever, you just put it in extract mode and it's really high up. So it works pretty good. Please use our discount code below if you want to order one of these. You'll save some big bucks on it. Plus it helps us out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, put your comments below, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks. Bye.